Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Terraria. In this series, we are going to be continuing off of where we came off of last time. And I saw your comments. Thank you for those that have subscribed, and thank you for those likes and comments. For this video, we are going to be continuing our house off in the desert. And I saw that you guys and gals, put in the comments that you wanted to be yo-yo only and mage. So I'm gonna wait until, like I said, the 8th episode, and if that's the only two classes, then I'm gonna leave it up to a wheel of names sort of deal. I want to do something cool like that, so that, you know, it's not biased or unfair, and everyone's able to see it. And obviously, I'm not going to edit the results to make it into my preference, because I honestly would like to do any and all classes if I could, but I'm not exactly a perfectionist in Terraria. I'm good in my own rights, but I'm not the best of all. So, to recap what happened last episode, we have flattened down some dunes in the desert to prepare ourselves to create a housing for the desert pylon. And let's hope I don't die. But we are preparing for desert housing, and until episode 8, we're not going to fight any bosses, because I want to have a class before I start fighting something. It'd be kind of pointless and counterintuitive if I don't. But, let me ask, how was y'all's day today? That's a very big question that I love to ask. It's pretty interesting to know if you guys' day is being good or not. Put down in the comments if your day was great or not. So, if I can get down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get some, there we go, some sandstone brick. I'm going to get a couple of those. Like so. And I'm going to go to the far side of the left here of this biome. And I'm going to go and grab some, I believe it's called hard sandstone or smooth sandstone. And I'm going to use that to make the houses over there in the desert. You're only able to have one desert pylon, which is, I don't prefer it, but I'm kind of sad about it. Whenever I do modded Terraria, I love to have the extra pylons mod, and what it does, it allows to have multiple pylons. So say like over here in the Oasis biome, which is what it's called because it has a pool of water, with it being within the Oasis biome, there's an Oasis pylon. But that's not base game, that is modded game. Let's place a torch right there. Let's collect some of this. Yeah, there's some hardened sandstone and regular sandstone brick. I like the texture on this sandstone because this sandstone brick looks not ideally the best, but I mean, it is sandstone. Can't really argue with that much. It's still a block and it's able to be used. So, we're not gonna complain. So, after I complete all of this, what I'm going to try to do is, that could have been very bad. But what I'm going to try to do is, or hope to complete this episode, as well as the desert housing, is try to get a seed farm going. That's what I was trying to say. Ooh, I was blanking there for a second. But I want to get a seed farm going. Ooh, now that I noticed that, actually might be pretty good to handle with all the sand. Not for me in the future, but for me right now. That works pretty well. There we go. I didn't even know I could do that. Good to know. You learn something every day. Alright, so let's continue down here and grab some more of that. Something I also want to work forward to is getting iron. Because I believe that is the next step up from tin. It goes tin, iron, and then silver, I believe. But if not silver in my world, I might have tungsten. And then, or lead for instead of iron. But with that being said, I'm gonna try to work towards lead, I believe. I think that's what I have in this world. I have lead instead of iron. Which, preferably, I like iron. It just, I don't know. I just feel like it's the better choice. Because, you know, like, real life, having lead armor kinda would kill you. Just a little bit of poison, and sadly, I dropped 6 silver. That is the down part of coming to the underground desert, which is what this is. It is classified as the underground desert. Now there's multiple variants. Oh, sorry if I'm yelling into the mic there. But there's multiple variants of the underground desert, as there is other biomes. So, for the underground desert, there is a crimson underground desert, and you can get certain mobs, or not mobs, certain mobs down there, as well as items. And, there is a corrupt underground desert. And I prefer the corrupt underground desert because they yield a particular item, I believe. Now don't quote me on this, but there's a particular item that I love, and it is called the Genie's pants, or pant legs, or leggings, something like that. Something of the sort. And what it does, it reduces your fall damage. Like, you have no fall damage. And it replaces your movement speed, and I believe it also makes it silent. I can't remember if it makes your footsteps silent or something of the likes. But it might make it sound like flurry boots, I think. Or not flurry boots, specter boots. So I really like that sound. It's not as harsh and loud as Hermes boots. But, oh well, what can you do if you're not there yet? That is much, much later in the game. Alright. Does that look better for you guys and gals? Hopefully that does. I'm still trying to get used to all of this. Really haven't messed with... Yeah, I'm not going to go over there during a sandstorm. That'd be suicide. Very, very, very bad. So, I'm very new to all of this, so please bear with me. And please give me tips and tricks on stuff I can do to improve the playthrough, because it'll enhance your guys' viewing as well as my playthrough. So, let's continue on here. So, I'm going to talk about some of the comments. So, you guys mentioned that you wanted to see, or you guys and gals have mentioned that you wanted to see a mage playthrough. Well, with it being a mage playthrough, you have this source called mana. And with mana, you can cast spells. Hopefully, I can find a mage item soon, so I can show everyone what it looks like and how it works. But currently, right now, I don't believe I have any gems. I might have a little bit, but I don't really want to waste my gems on that if I'm not going to have that type of playthrough. Yeah, I only have 3. So when I get more cemented into this playthrough and I already have a class chosen, I'll show you guys what the scepters do and how the mana stuff works. So there we go, we got a lot of lead right here. That is amazing. So while it's nighttime, I'm probably going to fix everything up because I'm not exactly that strong yet. There we go, 19, and that can just barely get me a helmet. 3 defense. Ooh, that might hurt me in the long run, but it would be an improvement. 13, okay. Let's think logically here. I think I shouldn't move on with getting any more melee weapons, because I'd be pushing it towards a melee series. And I should be focusing more on the armors, because they have no buffs except more defense. So I'm going to stick with that. And I'm going to get this. Let's think about this for a second. Ooh, did you hear that? The owl made one of the very low chances that it can make, or one of the sounds that it can make, and it's one of the devs saying hoot, not an owl doing it. That is very, very interesting. Same thing happens with a duck when it comes by and they quack. There's an actual dev saying quack. It's pretty interesting. Quite the cool Easter egg there. We do have a lot of pumpkins. Let's see how much. Ooh, pumpkin armor is almost the same or better than tin armor. So, as of right now, since we don't have any lead, or any more lead, I'd rather have it safe, and I'd rather make pumpkin armor, and be able to have more armor than less armor. Never mind. Ooh, 10% increased damage. So, I stand corrected. I have better buffs, but I don't have better armor. That is the sad part. Okay. So that's a slight miscalculation. Oh well. Happy accident. So, hopefully let's see if we can get over there and the sandstorm has stopped happening. Because that'd be very, very unfortunate. Is it still going on? No. Oh, thank you. Alright. So let's progress. Oh, I don't have any weapon in my hand. So let's progress with this real quick. What I'm going to do is... Alright, so there's a... I'll tell you guys this real quick. There is a mechanic in the game called luck. There's not much... It doesn't make much of a difference, but it is the difference between having something and not having something. And I'd rather have something and make this playthrough much easier than harder. That's a bad situation right there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some desert torches. And with having a torch that corresponds to the biome, it gives you a certain increase of luck. I believe it's an increase of 3 luck. if you have the correct torches in the biome, and it increases the luck within that biome, I believe. So if I were to go over here and only place down regular torches in the said biome, it wouldn't give me the luck that I would if I placed down these desert torches. Now, yes, this is an oasis biome, but there is no oasis torches. If there was, I'd be using those. But that is the sad fact. And let's make a cactus workbench, just because we can. Oh no, this is getting very crazy, extremely fast. So let's see if I can take these guys down real quick. And let's hope I stay alive. So, still in the comments, put down what you would like to see and what type of playthrough, whether it be mage to a single item, to maybe being a weird item selection. Like, I can only use objects that can be thrown. I'll give that example. But, if you guys and gals don't come up with something, it's not the end of the world. Okay. So let's look here. Let's use some sandstone brick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break that. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just to double check that, there's this little ruler icon off in the corner. You can measure out how many blocks you need. Now that I have 10, I'm going to go up 10. And for right now, it's going to look pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to wait till I get to the furnace again. And get those blocks. But for right now, what I want to do is I want to have a pretty cool looking, or not cool, well, yeah, cool, we'll go with cool, looking like sand castle type build for this one. So I'm gonna have it like this. And then what I want to do is I want it to have a little bit of a little bit of a dip here. Well, I'll work on that. I'm going to get some more material, and everyone will be able to see what I'm talking about, hopefully. I don't want to make it look too extravagant, so it takes away the aspect of the other builds. But I definitely don't want it to have it be looking ordinary. But in the comments, please name the sugar glider. I just now thought of that. I am very, very sorry. Yes, we need to find a name for this sugar glider. Put it down in the comments, and that's going to be its name. Currently, I have to refer to it as it, because I don't know if you guys are going to give it a female or male name. Or all the above. So let's grab that, as well as a ton of sand. Sorry there, everyone. I had a cough real quick, got a tickle in the throat. Happens to the best of us. There we go, we got 70 smooth sandstone. And with that, I'm also able to make a smooth sandstone bench. And that's the cool side of having a ton of blocks to work with. There we go. So let's work our... Ooh, you have a grudge with me, vulture. Let's see if I can take you down. or just run away. That works too. Not exactly the brightest of the bunch there. So, let's continue on over back to the desert. So, with the pace that we are going at, hopefully we can finish this build right on time. And what I'm also going to do, I'm going to smooth some of this stuff out so it doesn't look like a barren wasteland. And then we're going to space that out. There we go. And back up one. Maybe have a double one. There we go. I'm going to hammer two of those down, that down, that down, that down. There we go. Oh, that does not look quite right. There we go. Wonderful. Now you guys see what, or guys and gals see what I'm talking about. The potential it has. Alright. So, we are going to proceed with building it. And what I want for this house is to have cactus sort of assortments. Because, well, I don't want one particular build to look like a singular thing. And let's grab some of these sandstone bricks. Ooh, let's not do that. And right there, that should be good. That's odd. Oh, okay. I missed a whole section. Walls can be such a complicated item to deal with. Alright, so let me grab some more cactus. And what I want to do is I want to preserve all of this as much as I can. Because I do not want it to see go and wither away. Because it can happen. Some of that stuff cannot come back. Which is extremely sad. Ha ha ha. We're able to trap them outside the house. So let's grab this. And let's place it over there in the corner. Because I only need one functioning side. And I want to put cactus for the rest of it. Doesn't look normal, but it looks interesting. So what I want to do is I'm going to put a candle right there in the center, as well as maybe a one or two hanging lanterns. So I'm going to grab some more cactus real quick. It definitely does not look like the average type of house, but this is supposed to be a fun series, and hopefully an aesthetic one too. So let's go over here and grab another cactus lantern, like so. And if you stare at it a little bit too hard, you'll be able to see a face right there. You got your two eyes, a nose, and a mouth. But that's not the point of this. So let's continue on to the second house. Hopefully someone will move into there real soon. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to make a base of 10 right here. Let's double check that. That's 8, 9, 10. And I always do a basis of 10 because anything larger than 10 is just too much. Anything little doesn't look right. And that's make that. There we go. That looks smooth and good. I love this one. Alright. I might make a third house right over here, just in case. Because... oh, no, never mind. I'll just keep it at these two. I was gonna say I would make a third house because I want to make a palm tree house, but I can save that for later for the ocean. Because the ocean's gonna play a big role in this series. And yes, we're gonna be doing a lot of fishing. And no, it's not very interesting to watch because it's very, very boring. But I'll probably do it like off camera or something like that. Maybe I'll do a video of just me fishing for an entire episode if you guys and gals would prefer that. But me myself, I personally don't really like, you know, having to sit there and be fishing constantly, and it just gets very boring after long periods of time. Yeah. Oh well. Alright, so I want to do the same thing. I'll place a little bit more. I'm going to place some sandstone brick right underneath it because it just looks good. Now this one, I'm going to put that really unique one right there. Or not unique, but the classic look that we like to keep. And there we go. It's not as fancy or snazzy like that one, but this one has its quirks. And just to make it look a little bit different, I'm going to take this, have a top on it, and hammer it down to make it have the little aesthetic. Now, what I might do for this house is extend it up one more floor so it can hold some storage and chests, like these ones. But for right now, it's just gonna stay like this. So that is amazing how we were able to get that done this episode. Ooh, we got the zoologist. So, what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna get rid... oh, never mind. We're not finished. I forgot to put down the stairs. Silly me. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put cactus stairs on this one, which sounds like it'd hurt, and then sandstone ones on this one, just to make it more unique. There we go. Alright, so what I am gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of where this NPC is living, and I'm gonna move them to the forest biome. Sorry, I blanked on that one. Today is a very blanking day apparently for me. So I'll take this house. Oh, no, I don't want to talk to you. I'll talk to you later. So I'll assign him this house. And I'm going to quickly come over here. And I'm going to give the zoologist his house. And that works out perfectly fine. Once it turns nighttime, they will swap places, and hopefully someone will move into the other house, so we will be able to utilize pylons. Let's see, we only got 7, and oh, we need 8. We need 1 more gold and a little bit more of the silver. So let's see what we can make here. Not much, not much. Heavy workbench, cooking pot. Cooking pot's gonna be pretty good in the future, but for right now, there's not much use for it. So it's coming to this episode's going to come to a close. Hello there, zoologist. And with this episode coming to a close, I'd give you this very quick ending and seeing off. If you have liked this episode, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down and tell me why in the comments. And tell me what we can do better, or I can do better. And that is it, everybody. Subscribe, comment, like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!